Hello, welcome to Gunnervlog, the daily Arsenal vlog about all things Gunner, not gun related, Gunner related. Arsenal Football Club, no guns. Today, the news that Arsenal are looking to appoint Jens Lehmann to the coaching staff. That's the news that's got me very excited indeed. I mean, I'm a massive Jens Lehmann fan. I don't think you can underestimate what a massive impact he had. He arrived in 2003. David Seaman had gone to Manchester City. And replacing Seaman is a task that had fallen to the likes of Alex Manninger, Richard Wright, potentially down the years. They'd all singularly failed. And Lehmann walked in and he had the personality and the ability to step into that void. And not only that, but win the title in his first season in English football, going the entire campaign unbeaten. Yes, things could be a bit tempestuous with Lehmann between the sticks. He certainly had a temper on him. But he was also a fantastic goalkeeper. And very modern goalkeeper, someone who was willing to race out of his goal, to play the ball with his feet, but superb reflexes too, adapted to have good command of his box. I think a very underrated goalkeeper really in the scheme of things. When the Premier League's greats are talked about, he's not up there often enough. Anyway, his playing days are behind him, and he's been very open about wanting to be a coach for some time. And it seems that Arsene Wenger, after a brief spell at the club where he was doing some goalkeeping coaching, is looking to bring him back on a more permanent basis. Is this part of Ivan Gazidis' catalyst for change? We all know that a director of football, the idea has been kiboshed, but there have been other appointments. The guy coming in from Team Sky to negotiate contracts, the new addition to the medical and physio staff, and now perhaps an addition to Arsene Wenger's coaching team. We know he's retained the vast majority of his setup, but maybe it looks like he's going to augment that with a new voice. And surely Jens Lehmann's voice is one that will insist upon being heard. That's the reason I think I'm probably more excited here about Lehmann coming back than most of the Invincibles. You know, obviously Dennis Bergkamp, that academy role, I'd still like to see him come in there, but Lehmann is such a forceful character that I find it hard to believe he won't be able to get his views across to Arsene Wenger. And who knows, he's not had a coaching role of any significance yet, so we don't necessarily know what he brings to the party. But for starters, I'm sure he'll have an input on Arsenal's goalkeeping coaching. There's been some question marks over that area of the club in the past. But from what we hear, this is a wider reaching role than that. And Lehmann has always said, I don't want to be a goalkeeping coach, I want to be a coach. I think eventually he wants to be a manager. It's not a path many goalkeepers take. They're seen as specialists, but Lehmann's someone who's always had a broader interest in the game. And I think he's got the nature to come in and make an impact, just like he did come into an impossible situation replacing David Seaman. I think coming into a situation where there's stagnation in the staff, he's someone who could genuinely shake things up. And in that respect, I think it's an enormously positive move. Now, the caveat is perhaps you would have expected that of Steve Bold. He's no shrinking violet. You would have thought he could have come in and really changed things under Arsene, but he seemed to have towed the line, maintained the status quo. We can only hope that the fact that Bold, Lehmann's a true outsider in some ways. Bold's come up through the academy coaching, whereas Lehmann should feel like a genuinely new voice at London Colney. So really positive steps. We're all waiting really for Alexandre Lacazette, aren't we? That the time until that move ticking down, I think there could really be an announcement today or tomorrow, any time. To be honest, pretty much everyone seems certain it's a done deal. So we'll hear from them shortly enough on that. But the business continues. Kolasinac in, Lacazette very nearly in, Jens Lehmann very nearly in. Will he be on the tour to Australia? Keep an eye on that one. And I'll be back tomorrow with more news, not about guns. Cheers.